The Copper River is no joke. No joke at all. At the end of this rope, there's a 21-foot inboard jet boat with less than 100 hours on it. The people in the boat got away with their lives, and I guess that's good enough.
Chitin, Alaska, 2022. The fish counts from the sonar 12 days prior look amazing, so that's why we came down, and plus we had time off for it. So we can get 55 fish. This is a personal use fishery only. This is not a subsistence thing. It's not a sport thing. This is only open to Alaska residents, which we are. And so with the amount of people in our house, that allows us 55 fish. I'm hoping that this works out well. We got down here tonight. We're gonna get a good night's rest. We are camping like teenagers in the truck. So it's kind of ridiculous, but weather does not look awesome. We'll say hey right before we go to bed, and then again when we wake up in the morning over coffee, and then we'll get on the river. See ya. Well, folks, we had to detour a little bit to Valdez, Alaska. I kind of messed up in a major way. We went down to fish, and the fishing wasn't legally open. So while I do love skirting the law, I'm not into breaking the law. So we took time and came to Valdez and had a great time. Met up with a fella from work, enjoyed an amazing meal. And so now we're heading back. We're gonna pitch the tent. Weather looks questionable. So more from the road.
On your way in and out of Valdez, you go down through Keystone Canyon. In Keystone Canyon, there's a series of waterfalls. Horsetail Falls, Bridal Veil Falls, and there's old remnants of the Alaska Railroad Tunnel project that went.
Hey guys, day 2. Things did not work out the way we planned. We did everything the way we're supposed to. We got the boat ready, we got the truck ready, we got the food ready, we got, you know, water ready, fire starting supplies ready, sleeping stuff ready. But I failed to make sure that the personal use fishery was open. So we got here, sorry, it's a lot of smoke from the fire. We got here and we were not sure why we were the only people here. We started going around, we're like, man, there's no boats, there's nobody fishing, there's no anything. The state of Alaska shuts down portions of this fishery to make sure that escapement is met. And what that means is they're making sure that the salmon have gotten upstream and had a chance to spawn before they're caught. Hang on. And these days, they're closed. So we did everything we could, got here, closed. So to heck with it. We went to Valdez, hit Valdez Brewing Company, hit a number of small organizations there, had a great time. The town met us with open arms. It was fantastic. And so now we're back, and the fishery opens tomorrow at noon. All our legal obligations have been met. Boat is ready to go. Fire pit is shut down for the evening. We are sleeping in an actual tent tonight, and so tomorrow we'll be on the water. We'll let you know how things go. See you in the morning. Hey, I'm down in Chittenden and I run into Alaska Primal.
Yeah.
So he's getting ready to go take his boat out. We did really well on this. It wasn't for lack of effort,
Yeah.
but waters, you know, I was told one time this river will never take a body that had a life jacket, but it's never giving one up that didn't.
Yeah,
so if you come down and do this, guys, just follow the rules, follow the laws, get this resource, share with people that can't come down, and be safe and post your pictures and like be primal in Alaska.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly, always wear a life jacket on this river. That's for sure.
This is
Mess around.
we lucked out. Not a lot of rain, a lot of wind, so that kind of gave us a couple weight caps, but not really that big of a deal. So we caught some fish, and now we're gonna go home and spend the next couple days canning and smoking and cleaning fish. So here's to you guys as usual. We'll see you on the river.
All right, see ya.
Leaving the Copper River Valley out of Chittenden, there's lots of places to pull over and take a look. If you ever get a chance to do it, I highly suggest take a minute, get your camera out, and try and envision what this place looks like summer, fall, and winter, and think about the millions of fish that are going up in that river to spawn. Here the Tonsina River allows for sport fishing. Be mindful of people's private property, and if you can, drop a line, sneak on down, see if you can't catch yourself a fish with it. The road going into the Copper River Valley has quite a strong presence of agriculture there. There's hayfields, yak, cattle, hogs, and quite a very large amount of bed and breakfasts. There's also quite a few campsites, a few RV parks, and if you're looking, you may just find a private little place to camp. Again, as always, be mindful of people's private property. Get out and enjoy it. While I've never been to the Kenny Lake Fair, in Kenny Lake during the month of August, I can't imagine it wouldn't be too bad. The grounds were clean, the buildings were in a good state of repair, and it sure looked like a great place to hang out. Left at the sign will take you down to Valdez, and right will take you up into Fairbanks. If you take the right and head into Fairbanks, be sure and stop in at Glen Allen, top your gas tank off, get a little snack, swing into the visitor center, and basically enjoy. Just a few easy miles up the road is the Wrangell St. Elias National Park. It's 13.2 million acres, and it's all yours. Well, and mine. Swing in, check out the Otna Culture Center, take a look at some of the exhibits, and plan another visit to America's largest national park.
We're back. The fishing was so good that we didn't get a chance to film much down there. We would pull a net up and we would get 4 in a net, then 3 in a net, and 2 in a net. And this went on, and we got our limit in got our limit in an hour and a half, and that has never happened to me before. So now we clean a lot. We have a lot of fish to clean. So I'll take you along with us, show you how I do it. This is not how everybody does it. We put a little time into it, and I'm quite proud to say our fish tastes fantastic in February and March as it does the day we pulled it out of the river. So if you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to share with you why we do it the way we do it. And again, you don't have to do it out this way. It's just gonna give you an idea. Thanks.
I don't have a bunch of expensive knives and gear. What I do have are knives that are usable and easily replaceable should they break or I lose them. You should find something that works for you and that's affordable and within your budget. Don't get caught up with other people when telling you what you should have. Let's take you through my ridiculously simple setup that I have for filleting my fish.
All right, so we can take a fish or two. Whew, they sure look good.
I can't stress enough that this is how I do it. There are so many different ways to fillet and prep your fish, but like I said, this is how I do it, and this is what works for our family. If you ever have any questions, shoot me a comment, drop me a line. Happy to have you over and taste it.
The lawn looks amazing after this. Alrighty, so I take the steel bristled brush and it scales it, and it gets all the slime off. And it really makes it nice to preserve it. And I don't understand people that don't do this, because this is what is in your food all winter long. And they can't tell me that it tastes good in the middle of winter. You can't convince me of it. It doesn't hurt the skin at all. Doesn't hurt the meat. But this is the crap that comes off of it. Like I said, I don't want that stuff in my freezer, and I don't want to eat it. But some people love that, so hey, to each their own. It adds time to your fish cleaning, no doubt. But I think for a resource like this, I think it's worth it. So then I pull that top fin. Come right up behind these two this is a male. There's part of his milk sac. Always rinsing. One for my fingers. And there's one fillet ready to be cleaned up. We're gonna take the bones off here in a little bit. One for my fingers. These knives I use are the cheapest knives I can find. They're just a commercial grade of Dexter Russell is the brand, so I don't have $150 knives. I think these are $20. Man, this thing's ready. Whoops. It always takes a little bit for me to get in the grind of it, where everything goes. So I don't like eating those bones, and nobody I know likes it either. So they come off, and if you want to get sassy, you can trim your fillet up. That part gets smoked, and then give it a good rinse. Oh, got a little bit of the dorsal. And then I go through, and this is not something that's popular by any means to people. I go through and pull this part, and I pull this part, and there's all that thick meat on there that I will smoke up. This stuff gets given to a dog musher, or we throw it back in the river, and there's one down. Everything goes on the lawn, and by tomorrow morning the bees will have it all eaten up, and then when I go mow the lawn, it'll just get chewed in. So that's how I do it. So I keep scraping these and I keep scraping these because I don't want my fish all this stuff in my fish in the winter. And I see people not scrape it, and I don't understand it. If you say you don't like salmon, you don't like the taste of salmon because it's too fishy, scrape the fishiness off. Yeah, all of that. Oh, I'm gonna do it again. Not much came off. Looks beautiful, not slimy. That's how you want to store your fish for the winter. You want to clean them just like that. Thanks for watching. Smoke it. Clean it and smoke it. Liver. Sometimes these fish get in a fight with a seal, you can tell. It heals, they move on, and then they get to where they are caught by us. This is definitely from a seal. They pick him up and throw him, but he survived enough to get caught in my net. We'll cut it out. It'll eat good this winter. That's good. Well, it's going to be a tough winter for sure. We got garlic, but then garlic and onion seasoning in this one. And in this batch of reds, garlic, imagine we'll put something in there. And then we put a whole bunch of fish in the freezer and we're getting ready to start the canner.
We may not have a lot of money at my place. What we have are good times and great food. Alaska's an amazing place if you just take advantage of the resource. If you get excess, store some in the belly of your neighbors. It'll come back to you tenfold. And as always, get outside, experience Alaska, and we'll see you on the river.